Hello again.
2 years ago, my dad and I put together our P4A video in the support of the Malala Fund.
Mickey loves school and believes in girl power, and she had just learned about Malala's life story.
It was a great cause for 2014.
And you were pretty adorable.
If you can't donate, learn all you can and share what you learn. And do what you can to help Malala help them. Thank you.
Then last year, Project for Awesome came right after the San Bernardino shooting.
The shooters lived very near where Mickey went to school.
They closed their curtains, but I didn't really know what was happening.
We heard the reaction both locally and on the national news.
I didn't feel scared.
We tried to counter the anger and suspicion that was around as best we could.
We made another video asking everyone to support the Malala Fund again in 2015.
Hi, I'm Mickey, and I'm back again, and I'm as mad as Pinkie Pie with the cupcakes right now. I'm mad because I have to come back and ask for the same cause as last year. I go to Smiley Elementary School, which is just a few miles off of where the killers killed.
And we were optimistic that in 2016, xenophobia and misogyny could be safely viewed in the rearview mirror of our lives. But I don't imagine I need to explain what happened instead.
I was not happy.
And here it is.
Donald Trump is going to be president.
A president who only reluctantly walked back from placing a total ban on Muslim immigrants, who appointed a man who views fear of Muslims as a rational response, a man who doesn't view Islam as a religion but as a dangerous political ideology. And let's not even think about what the president-elect has said about women, about what he's done to women.
Let's not.
Instead of the ally we had hoped for in the White House next year, we will have an adversary. I know many people might think the Project for Awesome shouldn't become political, but I think we need to be more politically involved. I think it was avoiding being political that got us into this mess in the first place.
Now, more than ever, the Malala Fund needs our support.
The Malala Fund's main mission is trying to ensure that one day every girl will be guaranteed the right to a free education for 12 years. 2 years ago, we reported that 66 million girls were missing school. Today, thanks largely to civil wars and the refugee crisis, that number has nearly doubled.
The Malala Fund can help.
Zainab was a refugee of 3 wars, in Yemen, Somalia, and Egypt, so she applied for a visa to join relatives in the United States. Zainab arrived at her new home in Minnesota in the middle of December. 2 days later, and without knowing any English, Zainab enrolled in high school. A year and a half later, Zainab had a 4.0 GPA and was captain of her soccer team. "I'm not remarkable," she says. "There are many refugee girls who can do better than me, who are smarter than me. They just need to be given a chance."
At age 13, Rama came to the world's largest refugee camp in Kenya. She had never been inside a classroom, but Rama worked hard to catch up and in a few years graduated primary school. By 18, Rama was working hard in secondary school when her parents decided to move back to Somalia. They promised she could continue her education, but there was no school for Rama. Her father said he was marrying her to a man in his 50s, whom Rama had never met. Rama remembered a friend from the camp who had won a scholarship to a university in Canada. She borrowed a neighbor's internet connection and contacted him through Facebook. The college student sent her $70. Rama snuck out of her house, bought a bus ticket, and set out on an 8-day trip back to the refugee camp, all to continue her education.
Millions of Syrian refugee girls are out of school. 13-year-old Tasneem was one of them. Tasneem's father and brother were arrested. They may have died in prison. Her mother took her 2 daughters, fled Syria, and settled in Lebanon's Bekaa Valley refugee camp. But there was no school for the girls. Then the Malala Fund supporters donated money to build school in Bekaa Valley.
There's no better representative of the strength of girls' intelligence, resilience, and compassion than Malala Yousafzai. And there's also no one who more clearly understands the need to stand up to the Taliban or ISIS or any other groups who would deny women their rights than someone who was literally shot in the head by them.
Malala shows America and the world that Islam is not the enemy, that Muslims want the same things that we want out of life.
We need to stand up as a world and tell the Taliban that their ideas will not stand. And in 2016, we also need to stand up to the Donald Trumps and the Michael Flynns of the world and make it clear where they are mistaken as well.
Please support the Malala Fund.
Support us in this year's Project for Awesome, and please go to malala.org to learn more about what they have to say.
Give if you can and spread the word.
Thank you.